I'll show you how to make 4 different sizes of pumpkins using 2 just regular sheets of copy paper, any color you want. I'm going to use orange, and they're just 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper. And there's a smaller tall one and a smaller squatty one and a larger tall one and a larger squatty one. So we'll start with the squatty ones first. I'm going to take my sheet of paper and I'm going to cut a 3-inch strip off the width side. And that piece will be for the smaller pumpkin. Then the piece that I have left, so I'm going to fold it widthwise in half so I can see where to make my cut, and then just cut that. Those 2 strips will be 4 inches wide. I'll set these aside for a minute and show you how you fold these pumpkins, and all 4 pumpkins are folded exactly the same way. You fold the long piece in half, and then unfold it, and then the 2 edges you fold to that center crease line. And then after that, all you're doing with this strip of paper is doing an accordion or fan fold. So I'm going to turn it over, fold this bottom edge up to the first crease. And then fold that. Fold up to the crease again, the center crease. And then fold up to the next crease, and then fold up to that raw edge like that. Then I'm going to take this fan that I just did, fold it in half, like so. And I'm going to unfold it and fold it in half the other direction. So I've got a crease going both ways. Now I need some scissors. You want to find, okay, keep it folded in half, and one side will have on the top a crease, and one side is going to have the raw cut edge of the paper. So I want the raw cut part, this one, on the bottom. That's going to be the bottom of the pumpkin. I'm going to cut an arc right on this narrower edge. And that was not a perfect arc, but you want to make sure on the top part that you leave some of the creases there. So you don't want to cut those all off. But toward the fold line here, I'm going to cut in for a place for the stem. And then I left all of this right there where it's creased and hooked together. Now, speaking of stems, I need some green scrap paper, and I'm just going to cut a long piece of green paper, and you can kind of just take artistic liberty and do this however you want. Maybe do some little arcs on there. I don't think I'm going to need it quite that long though. Then with a piece of tape, somewhere in the middle of these folds, I'm going to open it up and stick the stem in there. and tape it. And then fold it back shut. Now I need a stapler and we'll staple that in that center crease. Like that. Then these cut edges that we have on the bottom, this edge here and this edge here, I'm going to put a piece of tape right there and tape it together. Kind of push that in there. Get those other creases and folds out of the way. Wrap the tape around those cut edges, or the paper edge, because we didn't cut it there. Do the same thing to the other side. These two edges we're going to tape together. Just a little piece of tape. I think I just got a text. There you go. There's our little squatty pumpkin. Now for the larger pumpkin, that's also squatty, I'm going to take these two 4-inch strips and move my cutter. And I'm going to tape them together lengthwise. So I need a longer piece of tape for that. And the best way for me, you can do this however it's easier for you, is just to put the tape on one side and then turn it over and try and match up the very raw edges like so. There. Now we'll do the same thing. Fold each opposite side into that center, we'll call it the center tape line because we didn't fold it, we taped it. Like that. And now you'll do the same as you did before, the accordion fold. This is the raw edge, so that's going to face down. Fold it in half, form a crease, fold it in half, form a crease, and then cut another arc. Leave some of the top there, and then cut a little notch for the stem, and then cut a stem. This is a bigger pumpkin, so I might need a little longer stem. It's always easier for me if I make it longer than what I think I need, so that I can cut it down. Because if it's too small, it's harder to add to. Now I need a piece of tape. I'm just going to stick that in. It doesn't matter which fold you put that in. So just tape it in there, fold it back shut, and staple it on that center crease, and then we'll tape those bottom edges just like we did on the little pumpkin. For the taller pumpkins, I'm going to cut the paper lengthwise. I'm going to do a 2-inch strip. So there's my 2-inch strip. Now I'm going to fold what's left in half, lengthwise instead of widthwise like I did before. And this will measure what? I'm not quick at doing the math, but 6 1/2, 3 3 1/4, I guess. these two strips we'll tape together for our larger, look at that, our larger tall pumpkin. This one I have to be a little more careful with my arc because I don't have as much wiggle room up here at the top, and I have to leave some of the folds there so that the pumpkin doesn't fall apart. So here goes nothing. The pressure. Ding. Okay, so I'll leave some of the fold there and then cut in a little on our main crease wedge out of there for the stem. Here's my lovely this is a well-used scrap of paper. And need a piece of tape and crease that, and then we'll stick the stem in the middle. I want this stem to stick up really high just for fun, to make the illusion of it being even taller, that pumpkin, than it is. Put a staple in that crease. And then get this top piece of paper, and then with those little edges, need some more tape. Okay, tape that, fold it over. Got that side. Now the other side. And tape that. And I don't know if I said this on the other pumpkins, but then you just kind of want to make sure you have the folds equally sectioned off there. And look how cute that is. Now we're going to make the taller little one, and it's so cute. Just the raw edge side. Again, this one's even harder. I've got to leave some of the crease up there, the folds, so it won't fall apart. There. And then the notch for the stem. Fluff up that pumpkin so cute. And I tell you what, it's adorable. It's so cute. Look at that little grouping of pumpkins. That is so cute, so easy, so quick for a darling centerpiece.